Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ethan Hall, your local guide to everything here in Columbus, Georgia. I am a real estate agent as well, so if you need any help finding or buying any property inside of the city, please do not be afraid to go in the description and schedule a short meeting with me. But in this video today, we're going to be going over some neighborhoods up in the northern part of Columbus. So as you can see, we're starting off right in front of the airport off of Airport Thruway. And the first little neighborhood we are going to be taking a drive through is going to be the Windsor Village neighborhood or Windsor Park area. There's a whole bunch of other little neighborhoods inside of here as well. I know there's like Lynn Hills. There's also one off of, let's see, Bridgewater Drive, I believe, as well. But they're sprinkled in here and there, but I'm just going to go ahead and put it all in the Windsor Park, Lynn Hills kind of area is what we're going to be looking at today. So I will put a map up so I can show you exactly where we were driving through today. So you can kind of, take a look at it and then come back and look at the video and see what all is going on. But anyways, let's go ahead and start with the journey today. So we are in the parking lot right next to where the neighborhood entrance is. And you can see all exactly what they have. So there's a Dollar General, a Furniture Queen, so a furniture store, a rug gallery. There's also Arnold's Bike Shop, which used to be off of Warm Springs Road way back in the day. I used to get a whole bunch of free inner tubes, bike inner tubes there. And I'd use them to make stuff. Pretty convenient to have, I think. So this is going to be the first little part. I'm going to go ahead and just take a right here and take a look at some of these houses down here. Now in this neighborhood, I actually have done quite a bit of door knocking. I was trying to gather some information on exactly how everybody felt about living in the area, what they like the most and what they would change. And for the most part, everybody around here knows their neighbors pretty well. They get along. I actually had a dude say that whenever he moved in here, his neighbor brought him brownies, which I know that it used to be like that, a long time ago, maybe in the, 70s and 80s when people were a lot more, close together. The internet wasn't around to kind of keep everybody at home. But this neighborhood has to be one of the most close-knit neighborhoods I've door knocked so far inside of the city, which is why I decided to do this as my first tour video of Columbus. So we're gonna come right back down here and I'll wait for this car real quick. Now, what people have said about this neighborhood, as I said, there's a good amount of children that live here. So that's good if you have a family. A lot of people have children that are living in these neighborhoods, but there's also a pretty good retirement community as well. So you see a lot of older people and older generations that have retired in this neighborhood or have actually lived here for 40 or 50 years since this neighborhood's inception around the 1950s and 1960s kind of era. This neighborhood was built during the post-World War II, like rapid development of residential properties. So you can see some of the influence for sure inside of this neighborhood. And right here, we actually have a park that's located inside of this neighborhood. And it's going to be Heath Park, about 114 acres, I believe, named after William A. Heath. He was a really prominent figure whenever it came to adding recreational spaces inside of the city, and worked with the local government to make a lot of this happen, which is why this park ended up being named after him. Now, in this park, there is also a pretty large pond that you're able to go fishing inside of, which is pretty cool. And I've talked to some of the neighbors, and they've said that there is some pretty good game inside of this lake that we have over here, this pond that we have over here. And I don't know if you can see it from the pictures, or probably a little bit, but it's a pretty decent sized park, I think. I can probably get out for a second. We can take a look real quick. So just unhook you from my camera and we will take a walk out here. So have a little building over there. Sure, there's some restrooms. Also have a little bench right here, but it looks a little broken. Hopefully they fix it soon. And see if we can get a full view and see exactly what we're working with up here, so you guys can get a good idea if you're looking to move into this area or just use this park in general. So it's pretty long, you can see. So it goes all the way over there. You can see a house right over there on that side, white house, and walk over here and try to get ahead of these bushes. And it goes all the way down there. So you are allowed to fish in here, which is pretty cool. It said there's catfish, bass, brim, crappie, which is pretty on par for most of the ponds and lakes that we have down here. But we'll go ahead and hop back in the car and drive over to the other little portion of the park real quick and then get back to the neighborhood. But pretty nice, well kept, well maintained. I know a lot of the people that live in this neighborhood and use this park. The biggest park, I believe, in this neighborhood. Not the biggest park in general, that would be Cooper Creek Park. And let's see if we can put you right back up here. And I think that'll do. Backing on up, moving on out. I'm going to take a look at this other part real quick and then get back looking at the rest of the neighborhood, since we do have quite a bit to look over. So we take a left right here to get out, but we're going to take a right. And then we go this way. So you can see we have a couple people early this morning already getting out and getting busy, getting active. Love to see it. And there's a couple of trails that you're able to use here as well. And a lot of these homes down the road that I just drove down have access to this park right from their backyard, which is awesome. It's like you have a whole park all to yourself, but it's public, if that makes sense. And this is just a little bit of the other part. See, we got a trail right there. that you're able to walk down. Maybe we'll do another video walking down some trails. And then this is just the other side. Not be able to see too much, but some trees and things like that. But who doesn't like trees? Except when they're falling on your house and power lines. Any other time, I think I love trees for sure. Not a tree hugger, but I do like some trees. And then we're going to take a left out of here. Just 1 second. Let me pull this up real quick so I don't forget where we're going. Got it mapped out. So take a left right here. And back to exactly what the people have to say about this neighborhood. So the most complained about thing that I have gotten from the residents that live here is the through traffic. So there is a good amount of through traffic. You can't see it right now, but on this road that I'm on, there is a double solid yellow line in the middle of the road, which means that there is a lot of traffic that comes to the area and they do not want people passing. So that can be a negative for people that like to, hang out outside or, have children and animals. They definitely don't want to be around a really busy road. So that's the number one complained about thing in the area. The people want some kind of way to mitigate the traffic that comes through here, or maybe a way to slow down people. As you saw, the speed limit's around 30 miles per hour, but people do not really listen to that, I guess, around here, from what the residents have to say. But other than that, nothing but good things to say from the people that live here. They absolutely love the area. They want to stay. They say it's in close proximity to pretty much everything that you want to do inside of Columbus, which is 100% true. It's right next to Whittlesey Boulevard, is not too far away, as well as Airport Thruway, which has a good amount of shopping as well, and also places to eat. So this is right here in the middle of everything that you could possibly want, as long as you don't mind a little bit of traffic whenever it comes to, getting off work late in the evening. But definitely a nice community, especially if you're looking to retire or you're looking to stay in a neighborhood for a long period of time. Definitely a good place to check out. Looks like they're doing some work on these houses over here. And then we're taking a right. And then we will take another right onto Chris Drive right here. Make sure nobody's coming. The hills over here are kind of steep, which I know can be a negative for a lot of people as well. They don't like to live on steep hills or have steep driveways. The driveways really aren't that bad over here, just the hills are a little steep. But they've done a good job of flattening out the properties on the hill, so it doesn't look too crazy for the most part. Might have some few outliers here and there with the driveways, but yeah, look good. All the houses look very unique. Usually all brick that you're seeing right now, which is always a plus. At least I like brick homes. And the average price of homes in this neighborhood, right around 250, $280,000 or so. It can get lower than that. It doesn't get much higher than that over here in this area though. So I would say, to give you a good range of properties in this area, probably right around 200 to 280. 280 being on the high end, for sure. It could maybe go up into the threes, but that's very rare for this part of the city. So pretty middle of the road whenever it comes to home prices. The average home price in Columbus is around $240,000 or so, somewhere around there. So this is right smack dab in the middle, which is what you would expect for the placement of this neighborhood within the city. As you can see though, pretty much everybody has good homes. Another complaint that I had was some people don't take care of their yards or mow grass, but everybody can be kind of particular about that. That's kind of person to person. And some people complain about people not picking up their yard or having lots of vehicles in their yard, which I get that too. So, and then we're gonna go check this place out right here. So this is actually another little park. I'm not going to get out and walk in this one because there's not too much to go see. There's like a playground and some areas to hang out and walk. It's not too big, but it is another little place. There's lots of little parks in this area that you're able to go to. So we've seen a lot of activity over here this morning. And we'll take a turn around. Come back out this way, and then we'll go drive down to this main road over here. Take a stop at this stop sign. There's a lot of people out here this morning, though. It's all right next to the park. As I said, there's a bunch of little parks over in this area. So if that's what you're into, if you like little nature walks and getting involved with your community, meeting new people, definitely a cool place. Little gas station on this road that we're on too. Also right behind me is the Columbus Botanical Garden. And we're currently on Weems Road. Gonna take a left here in a second to get back into the neighborhoods. Ain't too much to see on this road, unfortunately. I'll take a quick turn right here. Come back through. So this is on the other side of Weems Road into this neighborhood over here. We'll take a left right here. Look a little bit more in this area. But pretty much all the same on either side of Weems Road. You do have some interesting looking houses. There's lots of different kinds of designs, lots of one stories over here. So if that's what you're looking for, they've really done a lot of one stories or single stories in this part of the neighborhood. I'm going to take a left right here. Head down this way. Look at a little bit more. And let's see, we want to take a right here. See everything we got. Super nice. Another thing that people have told me about this neighborhood is that it is very quiet and very peaceful. There's not a lot of noise, which is a very, very good thing. I know I cannot stand having noisy neighbors. And there's a little creek that runs through here called Lindsay Creek. And I believe that's what feeds into the pond that we saw earlier, or the lake that we saw earlier. Now we're back on Weems Road and we're going to take another quick left over here. That's that gas station I was telling you about. And this is going to be back into this Windsor Park neighborhood. We'll see what they got going on down here. And this is an extension of the park that we saw earlier that I quickly drove through, not the one that I got out and walked around in. So definitely pretty decent. Very nice yards, very taken care of. Lots of big, nice trees. You do see that a lot here in Columbus and a lot of neighborhoods, especially right here in this part of town. Lots of old vegetation. We'll stay driving down this way. Come up to this stop sign. We're just gonna continue straight. Got a big bump. And from all the door knocking that I've done inside of this neighborhood, I haven't really gotten a lot of bad responses. I've only had one person, believe it or not, one person tell me to fuck off. That's pretty good. Whenever I knock door to door, whenever I was doing door to door inside of this neighborhood, I was mainly just trying to get the opinions of everybody that lived here so, I could go and end up making this video. So I was not like I was trying to get them to, sell their house or anything like that. But, that is my job at the end of the day, but not necessarily the purpose all the time whenever I'm going to knock on doors. And then we will take a left right here onto Wiltshire. Make sure nobody's coming. And then we will take, let's see, we're going to take a right here. We're almost out of the neighborhood section of the video. And then I'm going to show you the surrounding area to which you're near. Not going to go up to Whittlesey Boulevard, but I am going to go down Airport Thruway, which is the closest place to go shopping. Not as much as Whittlesey, but a good amount nonetheless. So we have one more park to go to. Not going to get out on that one. And then we'll show kind of the shopping areas around here as well. And then I think that'll be about it. As you can see, but a bunch of houses back here. A bunch of people live here. And so we're going to take a right here, actually. Go down this way. So you can see, though, pretty much exclusive. Look at those Halloween decorations right there. Big skeleton. As you can see, mainly just one stories. All one stories. Not a lot of two-story houses, which is very good. A lot of people are looking for those one-story type homes, so this is a very good neighborhood to start looking. We're about to come up to a stop sign right here and take a left. Make sure nobody's coming. I'm up right here at the stop sign. Take another left. This should spit us back out onto West Britt David Road. And it'll bring us to the West Britt David Park. Believe it or not, West Britt David Road is home to West Britt David Park. Who would have thunk it? So in West Britt David Park, we have a walking trail that you see right there. It goes all the way around the park, and for the most part, there are ball fields. So three or four, I believe there's four, maybe five, 4 or 5 different ball fields, as well as a football field and some parks as well. It's actually where I take my son the most out of all the parks inside of the city. Lots of activity here as well, and it's a little bit bigger, a little bit more open than the other parks that we have in the area over here. So we'll take a right down to West Britt David Road. And then we're going to go over where all the shopping centers are. So we'll come up here and take a right onto Sowega. And over here, we're going to have a Home Depot. Everybody should know what a Home Depot looks like, but I guess we'll turn in and then turn out. Pretty busy this morning, as I think all Home Depots are, probably. Just every single time I come in the morning, Home Depot is pretty busy. And then we'll just come back over here. Go back out the exit. Also, this part of town is relatively safe, definitely one of the safer parts of the city. Not too much crime goes on here. especially whenever I was talking to the residents, they didn't report that they've been a victim of any criminal activity or anything of that nature for the duration that they've lived there. So definitely very low crime rate. You don't have to worry about that too much. And that is also a part of Windsor Park, or not Windsor Park, but Westbrook David Park. But we're taking a left. We're gonna go down this road a little bit, and then right down here. Speed bump real quick. So we're in a Walmart parking lot right now. I know it's not too visually appealing, but there you have it. A Walmart. There's also an AutoZone, probably the biggest AutoZone I've ever seen in my entire life. I like to call it Auto World, joking around. Also a Dollar Tree and some other little shops here as well. And then I'm gonna take a left back onto this road. I think I'm clear to go. And then this brings us back onto Airport Thruway. And right here, I'll fix my camera real quick and try to face it a little bit more forward so we can get a little bit of a better picture of what we're looking at. So we got a McDonald's, we got Burger King, got Hardee's. And then we're actually going to take a right here next to this Applebee's. And this is going to take us to the Landings. So the Landings is a pretty big shopping center or strip type area, if you know what I'm saying, over here. So there's lots of personality for sure whenever it comes to building design, and lots of restaurants, places to go into as well. Usually Spirit Halloween opens up over here every single year in one of these buildings. It was in this building right in front of you last year, and it's going to be in another building set over here later on. I'll see, or I'll be able to see it. Pretty sure they still have like the signage and stuff up front, so if they might already be open actually, since it is almost October. But this is actually the place that I go get my haircut at. So Blades 2.0 is the barbershop that I use. I also got the Columbus Metro Diner. It's going to be to the left. I'll swing over there real quick so you can Just get a feel of what it looks like. But that's Spirit Halloween, and they are open, so that's good. And right there, let's see, yeah, right there in front of you is the Columbus Metro Diner. Super good food there. Probably one of my favorite breakfast joints in the town. Also got a Baskin Robbins. Everybody loves some ice cream. And then we'll drive. Well, I guess we could have went that way, but or I'll just go ahead and go this way. It's all the same at the end of the day. And then over here in this complex, which I think will be probably our last stop for the video, we have a good amount of shopping in here as well. We got Pet World. I believe that's what it is. Pet Land. We got Pet Land. If you want an $8,000 dog. And then, oh gosh. Bumps are killing me. Whew, there's another one. Okay, so now we have Korean barbecue. I actually just went to go eat there for the first time last week, and it's pretty good. It's where you have to cook your own food, but it is all you can eat for $30. If you can eat 5 steaks, they'll let you eat 5 steaks for $30. So it's definitely worth it. You just kind of got to go there hungry. Also got a Barbaritos. Sweetbriar Smoke Shop. Plato's Closet. But that's going to be about it for today's video. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, then please like the video, subscribe if you'd like to see more, or let me know other neighborhoods that you'd like to see. I do have a list of ones that I want to go do. But if you have any suggestions, I can skip the line. I am here for all of you at the end of the day. So, but I thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys did make it to the end, again, I am a real estate agent. So if you are looking to buy and sell or sell inside of the city of Columbus, then please do not hesitate to hit me up and make a free consultation meeting with me down in the description below. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a great day. Have a blessed one.